So just bring your hands to your belly and your chest. And just as you exhale, especially, see if you can feel like you're dropping a little bit into your hands. Can you soften any tension around your chest? Can you soften your belly, letting go of that need to pull in? And just feel your feet flat on your mat. And in this moment, just allow yourself to breathe. And ideally in through your nose and out through your nose. Maybe even making a resonant sound at the back of your throat. And if it feels okay in your body, maybe just allowing yourself to move back and forth. So you're slowing down the rhythm of your breath. You're slowing down your need to move quickly. Don't be concerned with what this looks like. Maybe even close your eyes so you're only paying attention to what this feels like right now. Maybe you even allow your shoulders and your head to sway side to side. Feeling like, I always think of seaweed that moves back and forth within the current and the waves. And then if it feels comfortable for you to do so, maybe take a wider stance. So you might not be able to move from foot to foot, but see if you can keep your shoulders moving back and forth, your belly soft. And then just begin to expand your arms out wide. Take a deep breath in, letting your shoulders drop, letting your palms turn up. Good. And then as you exhale, just taking your arms in, and you might even soften your knees slightly. And then as you inhale, let your arms open. Let your chest expand. And then as you exhale, taking your arms around, hugging either shoulder, letting your chest go concave. And just a few more times, let yourself inhale and exhale. And then this time, as you inhale, let your arms reach wide. And as you exhale, soften your knees, let yourself fold forward. So maybe your fingertips just connect to the floor. Maybe the backs of your hands connect. See if you can release the back of your neck. Maybe even here, take a little bit of weight from your left foot to your right foot. Maybe your shoulders move a little bit side to side, so we're not trying to keep this totally static. And then just come into center, press through your feet, take a deep breath, let your arms reach open. As you exhale, soften your knees, see if you can hug your shoulders again as you fold forwards any amount. Inhale, press through your feet, arms open wide. Exhale, fold, arms hold either shoulder, release the back of your neck. Inhale, press down, open up. And see if you can keep your arms open. If you need to, let your fingertips connect to the floor. And then lean in towards your right foot. Left leg is long. And then shift through to center. Take weight into the opposite foot. Letting the inner line of your opposite leg lengthen. Come back into center. And then press through your feet. Deep breath in. Reach all the way up. Just let your heels turn in, toes out. Let your hands come down onto your thighs. So you can even shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And just shift once more, a little side to side, moving your hips, weight into alternate feet. And then just maybe let your left shoulder tip forward, maybe gazing back over the right. Let your hips stay heavy. Try and keep your knees reaching wide and away from each other. Inhale, come to center, and then let your opposite shoulder tuck forward. Good, and back to center. Press down through your feet. See if you can lift your ears away from your shoulders. Let your neck get a little bit longer. A little bit of strength through your legs. And then keep pressing down through your feet. Come all the way through to standing. Let your toes turn forwards. Loop your shoulders. And just reaching your right arm up and taking it up and over so it feels like you're lengthening from your right heel through to your fingertips, letting that line get longer. And then come back through to center, opposite way, letting your left arm reach up and over, press down just as evenly through your heel. And then come back through to center, taking both arms wide. Once again, let your gaze tilt up, fill into your chest. Let your rib cage expand with breath. Feel like you're taking energy from the space above you, from your feet below you, and let it all come and gather at your chest, at your heart. Good. Just see if you can feel this expansiveness in your body. Good. And with your next breath, taking your right hand and reach it all the way across. You might turn your left toes forward and reach. Good. Come all the way back up. Taking your arms open wide. And then right toes pivot towards the short edge of your mat and reach. Keep pressing into your left foot. Come back up through to center. Good, and reach. So we're going to go side to side. Deep breath in, come back up. And then as you exhale, turn to the opposite side and reach. Good, and just see if you can create a rhythm with your breath. Inhaling as you're lifting, and then exhaling as you reach. If this is too much, bending into alternate knees, you can also keep your legs straight and just reach from side to side. But if you have one more in you, reaching towards your left, back to center, and reach towards the right, back to center. Just loop your shoulders, taking your hands to your belly and your chest once again. Just notice how this feels in your body, feeling that little bit of movement. So we're going to attempt one more movement here. So taking your right hand, and let it tuck underneath you, underneath your armpit. And then reaching your palm out. So your palm is going to turn up here. And then see if you can keep your palm turning up, but reach it all the way up and overhead. And take it all the way around. And then you can repeat that. So taking your hand underneath, your palm stays facing up the whole time. Reaching it up and over. And then around into center. So see if you can maybe find a little bit of movement and reach with this so it feels like you're taking up more space. So you can reach forwards and all the way around. So you might need to bend your knees. You might pivot on your feet a little bit as you reach to your left. And just see if you can move a little bit more with your body taking up more space. Let your chest open as you reach behind you. Good. And then just come back to center. So you might need to step your feet in a bit. Notice how this feels. How does this feel through your right shoulder? How is your breath moving? How are you feeling? This is a lot more about the feeling rather than trying to create a certain structure or pose in your body. So left hand, left side. Sometimes there is a side that's more challenging than the other. Taking your palm underneath, reaching it out. Your palm is going to turn up so your shoulder might roll forwards, and then reach up and over and around. And then letting your palm turn up underneath and reach around. So a full rotation of your arm and your shoulder. It might feel a little bit challenging to get this movement down, but just remember your palm is turning up the whole way. Good. And then maybe starting to move a little bit more into your body. Notice how this feels to take up space. So coming forwards and underneath and reach all the way towards your right. And don't worry about what it looks like, but just feel like you could take up as much space as possible with your body. Noticing your breath. Notice if you're holding it, or can you create a deeper, fuller rhythm with your breath as you move through this action. Good. Both shoulders loop. Adjust your feet if you need to. Take your hands to your belly and your chest. Come back to center. Come back to your center. Feeling the pulse of your heart. Feeling your breath move through your body. Maybe your energy feels a bit more expansive than it did when we began. So just tuning in. This is the space that you take up in your body, in this world, and maybe letting yourself get more comfortable with letting yourself expand. Maybe it's just in these few moments that maybe through practice you can let yourself take up that space when you step off of your mat as well. So a few more breaths, belly or chest. Let your feet gradually come back together. And thank you for practicing with me today.